Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, we are going to be doing some product research using Jungle Scout, Amazon.co.uk. We're going to look at some products. I'm going to give you some ideas for a kind of middle of the road price range and maybe some cheaper products so you have a lower barrier to entry. But before we do, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications because I'm going to be going live a lot more often. That will be happening. And of course, comment, like the video. I love all that stuff. What we're going to do today is going to be a giveaway video. So make sure you just hit down in the comments, any sort of comment, just make it interesting. And we're going to be giving away some money. I'm going to be PayPaling one of you lucky people up to £25. So we're going to do that. I can't remember when the last one was, so we're just going to start afresh today because we've been doing a lot of giveaways recently with Christmas and stuff like that. So if you haven't seen that Christmas announcement, make sure you go back a few videos and check that out because there's a couple of people that still haven't got in touch regarding their prize. But a lot of people that have. Let's get into it straight away though. As always, if you get any questions, just feel free to ping them over to me in the comments or just send me an email. Make sure you get yourself in my free Amazon groups there. I'll link in the description for kind of free support as well. So I've just been playing around on Jungle Scout today. Spent about half an hour looking for some products and I did something a little bit different this time. I actually haven't done this before and I put in my filters, so my price, my sales, but I left off reviews. I didn't know what I was expecting to find. I just thought, hey, do you know what? I'm going to leave off reviews so I can just look at them and just make a decision based upon the entire list of sellers. Hey, and you might want to try it. Like, this is the thing, with product research, don't do exactly what everyone else is doing. Just kind of look outside the box a little bit, change your price around, change your sales estimate around. If you want to put reviews into 500, put them up to 500. You know, you might find a product that actually is not too competitive. It's just there's maybe one or two sellers that are competitive. Who knows, right? Who knows? But my point is just play around with Jungle Scout just because you might as well, right? There's nothing to lose. I've been looking in different categories. The last one I looked at was home and kitchen. That's my Alibaba notification there. My products have been they've been shipped today and I'm just organizing another shipment as well because I think I'm going to run out of stock before I even get to reorder. So I'm ordering 2 shipments before I've even got the product. That's risky, but sometimes you just got to do it. More updates on that probably coming in a couple of weeks' time when I've launched the product. So there we go. So I've looked at the home and kitchen category. I've been looking through all of these. The big thing that I teach in my course is that just look in all the categories, bar some of them you just really don't want to sell in, because you can get ungated. And if you can get ungated in all the categories, then hell, you can just look in every category. But let's just look through some of these. I'm not going to go through the process of going through some of these listings now in terms of on Jungle Scout. I've already picked some out which we're just going to look at. We're going to analyze. We're going to look at the listing quality of like the best sellers, and just to give you guys an idea of what you should be looking for as well. And that's it really. We've looked at 4 different products and we're looking at them for different reasons. So the first one I looked at is just hand blenders. Now the first thing that comes to me, I wouldn't have originally looked at this product because first of all it's dangerous because it has blades on it, and also it's kind of electric, so you get a higher return rate. So that is a concern, right? That is a very big concern. But hell, we're going to look at it anyway just to see what people are doing because there's no harm in looking. You know, we can look. So for example, we load up the Jungle Scout Chrome extension. We've got great sales for the UK market. Competition is pretty good, to be honest. There's only a few over 100 reviews. I'm fairly confident that, you know, I could kind of squeeze myself in this area right here. And just think about, guys, if you want to compete with these top dogs up here, now these are Braun, Kenwood, Russell Hobbs, like, you know, they're big brands. They're going to get a lot of traffic anyway. But to rank above these guys, you need to be selling more units, right? So really simply, when you do your giveaway, if you're going to do a giveaway for your product launch, if you want to, you know, rank the middle of the page or the top of the page, just take the estimated sales and you can obviously get the actual sales. But let's take the top seller of 1,600 sales a month, and we're just going to divide that by, not times, we're going to divide that by the number of days, right? So let's just say it's 30. For God's sake, I did times instead. Divide by 30. So we need to be giving away nearly 53 units a day to rank high up on the first page to then organically get sales. And realistically, for a new seller, that ain't going to happen, because these products are probably going to cost us, $5 to $10 a unit. That means we're going to have to give away over the space of a 7-day period. What is that? How many did I say? 53. So 53 times 7. That's 373 units we'd have to give away to rank, in this top section. It's just not going to happen. There's no new seller, first-time seller that is going to do that. Maybe if you have a huge amount of money spent, you've been doing Amazon for a long time, then hey, you might want to do that, and you might want to rank up there. But once you get up there, you're going to be making serious bank. They're making like £32,000 revenue every single month on their product. So you can make money on it. Sorry, that one's 16,000. So you can make a lot of money, but you've got to have the upfront cash. So that probably no new seller is going to go into and rank up there. Like, you might rank down here, at the bottom of the page, the second page, or you might only get sales through PPC. So that's something to be aware of for that sort of product, which has high sales. You need to be able to rank. Let's have a look at one of the listings as well. So we won't click on sponsored listings because that's not cool. Let's go to this one. They were doing 32 grand. Like basic listing. Like that is basic. But this isn't like a named brand. This is a named brand. You've got some lifestyle photos. They're doing all right. Obviously they've got the box. Braun is a big company, massive company in fact. So we're not going to compete with them in terms of branding or brand awareness. It's just not going to happen. They've got brand registry as well. So it's a good listing. Their photos could be better, of course. We could look into their reviews, but at the end of the day, you're not going to compete with them because they're such a big brand. You would want to be going down to look at the brands that are kind of more private label-y. Let's have a look at this one, Quest. Okay, so again, they'll be selling a few of these, but their listing is terrible. Like, no bullet points, really bad title, 3 pictures. Where's their description? Okay, there's their description. It's rubbish. You see what I mean? So there's opportunity for a good listing, but I don't think opportunity for a first-time seller. It's just not going to happen unless you have a huge amount of money. So the next one I kind of picked out is a food chopper. I didn't actually find this on Jungle Scout. I was thinking, chopping, like blending, what other kind of kitchen type things could you get? So I just typed in food chopper. I don't even know if this is the right term. Vegetable chopper is probably the right term. I just thought, hey, we'll look at this anyway. Because it's plastic, it'll be cheap to manufacture. Again, a little concern with the kind of blades and stuff like that. You'd have to look into kind of what insurance you'd need and what restrictions there might be on the product. But I haven't looked into that at this initial stage. The selling price is pretty good, especially as this product is probably quite cheap. These are actually electric. So maybe I need to get the keyword a little bit better. That's one of those things where you pump it. I've got one of them. I've got one of the 941 units a month, and they're making £19,000 in revenue. These guys at the top doing £38,000. Is that electric or is it? So that's a little handheld one as well. Too competitive in terms of reviews. It'd be a hard product to kind of rank up here, very, very hard. You might rank at the bottom of this page if you give away maybe about 12 to 13 units for 7 days. But again, that's a name brand, Russell Hobbs. So this is the thing. You've really got to look at these listings. And if this was a product I was looking at, I would spend a lot longer going through these listings and just finding out, why some of them are doing 900 sales a month and some 126. What is it between them? Because it's probably not the price point. There's something about these products that are different. Is it the reviews? Is it the actual product itself? So you want to analyze this stuff. But in terms of if we were maybe not looking at the product itself, we were looking at the sales versus the reviews, it potentially too competitive, potentially. I would definitely say you're not going to rank up here. Unless you're doing mega numbers and you had, again, a huge investment to get started. But maybe at the bottom you could rank and then slowly build it over a year or so. But in terms of an FBA product, fairly good. You can definitely personal brand, private label that. Sorry guys, private label that quite easily. And it's in home and kitchen, so it's an ungated category, super easy selling. Lots of demand, lots of profit margin probably. But not for me. This next one, a little bit lower on the price point. Now, the reason I'm picking something that's a little bit lower is because the barrier to entry is lower for new sellers. So you tend to see new sellers get involved in products that do sell for the kind of like £15 range, like £12 range, because you can order 400 units of stock and not break the bank, right? It's not a huge amount of money to do that. So this is a wine stopper. I've actually never seen these ones before, so that's quite interesting. But wine stoppers, or what they're called, wine savers. Again, the broadest keyword, this may not be the broadest keyword, it's just something what I'm looking for at the moment. The first concern I have with this product is the first 5 listings are the same company, okay? Why is that? Why is it all the same company? Have I got the wrong keyword? Are they different sizes? They look like they're different bundles. So you can get a certain amount of different things in it, which is pretty cool. You just want to find the most popular, and you want to sell the one that's most popular in terms of maybe like 2 corks or 4 corks or whatever. Competitiveness versus sales. The sales do dip off a little bit, and if you have a look, the people that are getting the most sales are these, the top 5, which are the same people. So either they're getting traffic from somewhere else, we either are looking at the wrong keyword, or maybe that's patented. That's maybe a patented design. Again, I don't know. So that's something to look into. But these reviews, a few of them over 100. I would definitely edge on the side of caution with this sort of product. If you could give away quite a few, if you could allocate maybe 100 units to give away, then you could probably rank. You could rank kind of up there for like wine saver or wine stopper or bottle stopper or something like that. Maybe it's a bottle stopper actually. Let's look at that. I might have the keyword wrong on this one. I didn't even spell it, that's why. I didn't even spell it right. What an idiot. Okay, there we go. Yeah. I'm going to upload this to YouTube without editing it as well. Okay, they still have like the top 5 listings. But a little bit more varied on that. Let's go, was it wine, bottle, okay, bottle stopper. Let's go bottle stoppers. Let's have a little look. Okay, so there's, these are the things I was kind of looking at. They're super cheap. I wouldn't personally sell them for that reason. But hey, if you're looking at that sort of stuff, if you're looking for the £5 mark, then there's a lot of demand there. Not too competitive. It's just there's not much revenue in it. Like, although there's sales, like these guys here, like they're obviously, I don't want to sell something that's 44p. It will come under small and light in terms of the FBA fulfillment, which is pretty decent. But yeah, that's not for me for that reason. However, if you wanted to get started in FBA and you had not a lot of money to get started, but you wanted to kind of learn the ropes and start bringing in an extra maybe £500 profit a month, then this is the sort of product you look into. Like small product, really cheap. You can get it branded. You might be able to sell a couple of hundred a month. You make your revenue might be, let's say, 1,500. But hey, you might make £500. So it's a nice, it's like a lower barrier to entry when you go for these cheaper products. But then again, it doesn't really spark my interest as an FBA seller for making like £1, £2 profit per unit. That's just, it doesn't kind of spark my interest because there's just not enough margin for me to kind of get excited about it. But hey, for some people that will be enough. And if you have loads of those products, then you could still make a lot of money from it. And this is another really cheap one that what was I typing in? I can't remember what I was typing in, but I just stumbled across it because I thought, oh, this is a cool idea. This is actually something that like my girlfriend would use or should probably have. Is a heat-proof mat. And I think I was looking at, no, I went to look for heat-proof gloves. And I was like, okay, heat-proof gloves, they're pretty cool. But then I typed in heat-proof and actually mat came up. So I was like, okay, that's probably more popular than heat-proof gloves. So what's a heat-proof mat all about? The sales price, again, super low, but maybe if you branded it and you bundled it with something, you could get this kind of £11.45 price point, because that's a pink one. Hey, whatever floats your boat. This another one is £11.88. That comes with a few other bits and pieces. Maybe these come with straighteners. So that's something really important. If they come with straighteners, we do not want to sell them. Only if it's the heat-proof mat. You definitely don't want something that like kind of like heats up near people's faces. Because if they go wrong, you are screwed. But there we go. In terms of sales, they're okay. Competitiveness is okay. I wouldn't say any of these are like great. But you could sell 150 units, 200 units of this pretty comfortably, to be honest. And they'll be so cheap that, you know, you could give away 100 units or 200 units, and it's not going to be a huge amount of money out of your pocket. So, of course, you have to be ungated in well, it looks like health and personal care or beauty, probably health and personal care, but it could be beauty as well. So you'd want to get ungated in one of those to be able to sell this product, which is, it's not too hard. Of course, I cover that in the course, and I actually have separated the ungating course into its own section, which you can buy. The link is in the description, so I can teach you how to get ungated in every single category. So you can look at products that you wouldn't normally look at. So basically, we've looked at some products which are a higher price point, that maybe a little bit dangerous, things that you wouldn't quite go into because of the kind of the strong brand, the brands that are in the top listings. We looked at ones that, like the Food Chopper, a nice, good little products, maybe not quite right in terms of, you know, the reviews and stuff like that. Bottle Stopper, we've looked at two cheap products, so the Bottle Stopper and the Heat Proof Mat, just for those people that are looking for a low barrier to entry. And again, all these ones were found, except for the Heat Proof Mat, which I just started typing in. All these were found using Jungle Scout, and I actually decided not to look at a max reviews, which I normally look at like 100 or 150 reviews max. I decided just to not do that and find all products. So there's a little tip for you guys. When looking for these products, just go wild with it. Just look for products. That's the thing. Just look for products, because you might, for example, when I was typing in heat proof glove, because I found it in the Jungle Scout web app, I typed in heat proof and it came up with matte. So I was like, okay, well, let's just look for that instead. So you never know what products you're going to find. Some of them won't be indexed on Jungle Scout. Some of them might have just come into the kind of Goldilocks zone for you. Because remember as well, you might not know this, but the Chrome extension for the web app, the Chrome extension for Jungle Scout is updated more often than the web app. I heard this from Jungle Scout, so apparently it's true. Don't hold me to that. It's them, their information, not mine. But they say that the Chrome extension is updated more often than the web app. And I also, just as a little side note, I asked them about Amazon Australia, which is now launched as by invite only for sellers at the moment. But they kind of plan to kind of get Jungle Scout working in Australia soon, but they didn't put a time to it. And also I decided to jump on Alibaba and look at these wine stoppers just to see kind of what it's all about. That looks like that listing. Again, I don't know if it's patented. You might have to look at that particular design. Something to definitely look at. But again, you can probably get these super cheap, like 20 cents for that one. Like they're so cheap, and they'll be cheap to ship as well. So this is basically today's video. We are just going to be looking, analyzing, giving you my thoughts, all that sort of stuff. A nice little add-on for anyone that is interested in getting in the Amazon course. I had one of the first people today say that their Amazon product is arriving into Amazon today. So it should be good to see their progress as well from doing the Amazon course. Guys, if you have any questions, which I'm sure you will, you just feel free to reach out to me in the comments. If anything we've looked at, you want me to elaborate on a little bit more, I will continue to do like a weekly video like this, where I'm just looking at products, giving my thoughts, just talking about them, you know, for better or for worse. But the big thing, guys, is that don't take mine or anyone's advice as absolute law. Just like today, normally I would look and I would tell people to look for reviews that are under 100 or under 75 or under 150. But there's nothing stopping you just from looking at whatever you want to look at, because at the end of the day, if you find an opportunity for a product, then it's an opportunity for a product. You don't have to make sure that it's exactly how it needs to be, because if it's exactly in the criteria that you're looking for, like £25 and 100 reviews and makes 300 sales a month, probably other people have found it as well. So you want to be a little bit different in how you search for these products, because that's how you're going to find products and act on them quicker than other people if you find them in ways that other people aren't looking at. If that makes sense. So hopefully that makes a lot of sense. I don't know if it does. It may do or may not. Always feel free to reach out to me, guys. I'll be doing giveaways, as always, on YouTube and on Instagram. A lot more stuff coming on Instagram very, very soon. If you want to get into the Amazon course, first link in the description. Make sure you access the free Amazon Facebook groups. There are 2. Just join both of them or one of them or whatever. And guys, make sure you comment down below to enter the PayPal giveaway, and I'll do the results probably tomorrow or the day after. As always, thank you ever so much for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.